Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day still. We're taking another look at Solana. Just going to wrap up the day here. Talk about some interesting stuff. This is a really cool pattern we got here forming. I mentioned that earlier here today. And then also going to take a look at some backend data here as well. See if things have changed here for our liquidation levels and all of that stuff. So again, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Be sure to join the best exchange in the world. In my personal opinion, 5,500 USDT. Bonus if you register and transfer and deposit. I got a pretty healthy reward myself when I deposited some funds. Again, Bitunix, fantastic. You have to use the link down below. Crypto Cash is the referral code, but generally speaking, if you do use that, you can be eligible for future trading competitions and again, those bonuses too. So make sure you check that out. Phenomenal exchange, mainly partnered with them because they offer no KYC, no VPN requirements. They have nothing like that at all. They never have and never will. They've been around for a very long time and extremely good exchange. So check it out. All right, let's jump into the high bot capital data really quick here. And I changed my colors around from before. I think this is a little bit more pleasing to the eye, just kind of easy to identify those heavy liquidation levels with the bright red. Okay, so we talked previously about these lower levels at $42 and $40 being a strong liquidation levels. Okay, now keep in mind that's roughly 7 days worth of data here. We're going to go into a smaller time frame and just quickly note, kind of where we're at here in the most recent past. Okay, so in the last 12 hours, or just say 8 hours here roughly as we zoom in, see a ton of liquidation levels coming in at higher price points here. So we got a lot of liquidation, roughly maybe about 5,000 worth of liquidation right here at this range at what is it? Right about $60. Okay, so $60 seems to be that area in which people are leveraging the most. Not necessarily that they entered there, it just means that they'll get liquidated there if the price comes up to that level. So those are probably, I'm guessing, right around the 10x to 20x leverage trades. And we might even have some closer ones here at about 50 or higher. But generally speaking, we got more liquidation above than below. Okay? So it does imply we have more people trying to short than long, but it also implies that there's much more wreckage and destruction that can occur above the current price point. Looks like we just got a notification here for our Premium Plus group. Hey, all right, nice little Solana target there. Well done, very nice. Our bot looks like it's picking up a short trade. Okay, so again, different strokes for different folks, but our day trading bot handles that for us there. That's part of our Premium Plus group. What I want to talk about, let's go ahead and work on the daytime and kind of work our way down. So the daily time frame looks kind of funky. But we'll just go ahead and extract a quick couple of things here and call it. Let's remove these guys here, getting a little confusing with all that. We're not overextended by any stretch, but we're at a 7 here on TD sequential, so we've seen about 7 days of continuation. I'm not concerned about that. When I take a look at the RSI, this is perfectly fine, being at 90, 87. It's kind of weird how you think that too, because normally this is a cause for concern, because most of the time we don't see a lot of money flowing in. This here tells us we're still in pretty good shape having the money flow index above 50. Okay, so again, MFI over 50, probably pretty good. Now keep in mind we are printing 2 doji candles here. If we close today here in about 45 minutes with the second doji candle, that could spell reversal. Okay. Now again, 1 doji candle is indecision, 2 doji candles is likely a reversal. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's just kind of a candlestick pattern that I've seen over the years of trading. The last 20 years, it's pretty consistent. So I'm speculating we might see a pullback if that does close right where it's at or lower. Okay, anyways, all speculation at this point. We got a fair value gap right there at about 49, upwards of 54. And we're in a situation right now where the price action does look like it's starting to slow down a little bit as far as this aggressive push upwards. We do have this pennant type of pattern that's trying to break out, but it's struggling here. It's hitting the lower half. And I think on the hourly, we can see the money flow index is bouncing. But for right now, on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we are getting closer to 50. As I mentioned before, that's somewhat of a support level. That does kind of reaffirm that this 0.618 Fibonacci level is likely going to hold. Technically, that's at 0.382. I have the fibs here reversed just so we can see a projection from earlier. So 0.382 there. Again, 0.382, 0.5, 0.618, common retracement areas. And we can see there about $54 is probably the likely target initially, possibly 51 or 49. Actually, no, that's 48. But again, that fair value gap's at 49 to 53. So this is a sweet spot here. Likely area, good area to bounce, but also an area of attraction because what goes up must come down, but also more importantly, we're seeing some patterns here emerging that are showing the price action wants to come down. We can see the MACD's swinging here a little bit stronger than it was before, which is pretty obvious. It doesn't necessarily mean the sky is falling. It just implies that we could very well see the price continue a little bit lower. before it recovers. And if it does recover, just say it comes down, good areas to kind of pay attention to. Again, 0.618 on fib is my most favorite level, but what I want to get at here is just that's a previous high. You can see the price action had difficulty. We swept that liquidity. It's very common for the price when it pulls back to those areas to bounce off that level. So if we do see 0.618, I think that would be a very good, interesting place to add to your position. Yeah, so that's an area I'm going to probably likely try to get in if we get lucky enough to get the price back to that level. Okay, so that's just kind of a consideration there. But all things, taking a look at everything here, we're not in bad shape, we're not in dire straits, but it does seem slightly more probable for the price to pull back. At least looking at this time frame, the 4-hour time frame is slightly more bearish than bullish. Now, when we look at the hourly, though, of course, we look at this pattern here. There's no guarantees this pattern is going to occur. Again, smaller time frames, less likely patterns to break out. Okay, so again, this being the hourly, it's less common, but we are still printing higher lows, which is positive, but also lower highs. And as it starts to continue to squeeze itself in here, the probability of it shooting up from here is higher, pending we don't continue to go any lower, obviously. So you got to keep in mind, most of these times when you see that type of pendant pattern here, it breaks to the upside. If you're kind of curious about patterns in general, we have a very good education section here that covers a lot of different patterns, and that is definitely one of them you want to pay attention to. I have a good chart in here somewhere. I'll have to find it and bring it to your attention later, but simply put, this is a pendant type of pattern. It's typically bullish, and it usually breaks to the upside because it derived from the downside. So again, the probability of this happening isn't like insanely high. This would be like somewhat of a consolation. We look at the Ichimoku cloud. We're within the cloud. You shouldn't be taking a trade anyways. And as I mentioned earlier today, we're kind of losing that momentum. We're not in a fantastic place right now. So I don't want you to try to take a long right now and feel sorry that you did. And I wouldn't recommend a short because the simple fact that the price action is kind of working itself out. Okay. Again, no trade is a good trade. I'm sure I know that's plug your ears. Those are swear words. Those are bad words in the crypto world. But I'm not an aggressive trader. I'm more conservative. We take tons of profit, mainly because we're very patient. Okay, so again, 23 days for 105%. I'm fine by that. 3 months, 42%. That took a little longer than expected. But for the most part, majority of our trades, minus this outlier here, this one Solana trade that took quite a while, we can see majority of them are in the 16, 15 day mark, upwards of about 1 or 2 months. Again, swing trading is a different story altogether, but I like adding to my bag slowly but surely. And these are just 5x leverage trades. Nothing crazy, nothing obnoxious. So that's part of our premium group. Premium Plus does get a little more aggressive. We send like 5 to 10 scalping trades a day. It's really a lot of fun. And right now we're scalping the heck out of Solana, and we are taking some shorts to the downside. So just know that's kind of what our day trading bots are doing. So anyways, what are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen next? Comment below. Like this video if you found any benefit. Even if you didn't find benefit, help us beat the YouTube algorithm. It kind of sucks sometimes. So again, appreciate y'all. Nonetheless, thanks again for watching. Jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you want. Thanks again to all of those new members that are coming over here. Got a lot of new followers here, and it's really, really cool to be able to kind of see this happening at a kind of an extremely faster rate than usual. I mean, we just started our Twitter 3 or 4 months ago, and we're at 523. Not bad. Appreciate you. Thanks again. All right, folks. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you.